Are you a personal trainer that's over 40 and maybe struggling to attract clients or struggling to get the sort of clients that will stay with you long enough to help them get a good result and pay you what you believe you're worth? If that's you, I completely get where you're at because I was in that position myself until I took 3 specific steps that helped me to attract the clients I wanted to attract, get them the results they wanted, and be paid what I believed I was worth as well. So let's dive into what those 3 things are right now. So number 1 is niching down. Now here in the UK we say niche, in the US they say niche, but basically it means to work with a particular segment of the population. Now in my case it took me, maybe 18 months or so before I eventually decided to niche down, and I ended up working with busy professional women over 40 who were looking to lose anywhere between 20 and 50 pounds plus. Now here's why this particular step made a big difference in my business. First of all, I went from putting out marketing messages about boot camps, Pilates, massage, sports-specific training, general training. Those are the things I was offering as a personal trainer. And we can tend to do that as PTs because we have the skill set to help lots of people. But when you think about the marketplace being busy, if that's your message, which is so scattered, you are going to completely be swallowed up by all the noise that's going on out there. But the second I niched down, what it allowed me to do was raise myself up above the noise of all the local personal trainers that were offering everything and anything to everybody. I suddenly became seen as the person who could help a specific type of person. Now, one of the fears that personal trainers have, and certainly one of the fears that or concerns that I had, was if I specialize like this, will I be missing out opportunities to work with other people? Like, will I get a chance to work with guys as well, that want to lose weight? And the reality is what tends to happen is you become known for something, you attract the ideal clients you want to attract because you can be very clear with your marketing message. So you can put out a particular message to a particular person with a particular problem. But funnily enough, you'll start to attract other people as well that have got a similar problem that may not be quite in that same age category. That's certainly what I found. So I was working with women who were younger than 40. I was also working with guys as well who wanted to lose weight, who were younger than 40, some older than 40. But niching down gave me the ability to raise myself up to a level where I was perceived as more of an expert. And as a consequence of that, it meant that I was able to earn more money and be far more successful in attracting better quality clients that stayed with me long term. The second step after deciding upon my niche that I wanted to work with was to create my own signature program. Now, a signature program is nothing more than me looking at the problem my clients have got and working out how am I going to get them from point A to point B. What are the steps they need to take? In my case, it was working on mindset, then nutrition, then exercise. And I turned that into a step process so that when I spoke to clients, they could see that I had a plan and I had a definite way of sort of getting them from where they were to where they wanted to be. And that's very important when you are working with clients in a particular niche that are paying you, over and above the average amount they pay a personal trainer. And it also makes it very tangible, especially if you can create support materials like manuals that they can physically take away with them. If you can create some online resources so they can access those when they're not working with you specifically, so they're still being supported, although they're not physically seeing you. Now, the signature program, I think, is way superior to just selling blocks of 10 personal training sessions, because blocks of 10 personal training sessions means every 5 weeks or so, let's say somebody's bought a block of 10, they're seeing you twice a week, every 5 weeks you're having to resell those sessions. And if you've got 4 or 5, 6 clients on your books and they're all coming to week number 5, that's 4, 5, 6 conversations you have to have. And that can be very awkward for you. It can also be a bit awkward for the client, especially if they want to stop working with you. So selling a signature program for a specific period of time allows you, A, the time to work with the client, B, the client knows the period of time they're going to be working with you for, and you will know within, let's say it's a 12-week program, by the time you get to week 8, you'll have a pretty good indication as to whether or not they are likely to want to continue working with you. And if you think they're not going to continue working with you, you can make it a really nice, pleasant and positive offboarding process so that when they leave, if they ever wanted to come back, they'd feel comfortable coming back. So that's something to bear in mind as well when clients come to the end of their time with you. But that's a signature program, and you can put your own unique sort of spin on that, like I did with mine. Now, before sharing the third thing with you, I just want to make you aware of some free training that I've made available for you. There's a link around this video. You can click on that. It'll take you to a page, and it will take you through 12 steps to create your own high-ticket fat loss program. All you need to do is go there, put your name, your email in, and you'll get access to that today. Yes, you will be on an email list. Yes, you will get some emails from me, but if you ever want to unsubscribe at any time, you can do that. But yeah, there's a free training available, 12 steps to create, market, and sell your own successful high-ticket program. And the third change I made in my business that made life a lot easier for me, put personal training on easy mode in my opinion, was how I was billing my clients. So I started off, as I mentioned earlier, with that traditional sell a block of 10 sessions. If I was seeing a client twice a week, typically, that meant I was having to resell that block every 5 weeks. And when you've got a dozen or more clients, trying to do that week in and week out, because clients are coming to the end at different points, every week I knew I had a sales conversation like that. That wasn't a nice place to be in. So I moved from that to selling packages of either 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months. And that made life so much easier in terms of knowing exactly how much income I was getting coming in every month. So monthly recurring revenue made my mindset a lot more stable, because I wasn't thinking I've got another client coming towards the end of another 5 weeks, I'm having to resell again. It just gave me that stability of knowing how much cash was coming in versus how much was going out, what my profit is going to be, what I could invest in, what I could, have a jolly on, whatever it might be. From a client's point of view, they knew how long they were working for, they knew what result they were going for, and they also knew that once they got to the end of that 12 weeks, because of the way I set it up, if they wanted to sign up again, we would have that conversation maybe 2-3 weeks before they got to the end of the program. And if they weren't going to sign on again, we could have a nice conversation well in advance so that I could ensure they had a nice offboarding process. Because here's what can happen. Clients can finish with you after 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, leave, you don't see them for months, maybe years. And because you've had a nice offboarding process, I've had clients come back to me again because of the way I've set up my business. So changing the way I build made a massive difference in my business. Now, if you'd like some additional training on how to create, market, and sell your own fat loss training program, check out the next video, because that will go into more detail about another area of this topic of selling high ticket fat loss programs. Check out the video on screen now.